In the sleepy little town of Stargaze, where mailboxes chirped on Mondays and the lampposts sometimes whistled lullabies at dusk, lived a curious girl named Amanda. She was 8 years old and had a wild tangle of curls, and a boundless imagination that got her into just the right amount of trouble. One rainy afternoon, when thunder made the teacups rattle and the attic smelled like old peppermint, Amanda went on one of her usual treasure hunts in her grandmother's house. Up creaky stairs, past towers of forgotten trunks, she found a chest with carvings of stars and moons and a latch that popped open with a puff of glittering dust. Inside was a jumble of forgotten toys, jack-in-the-boxes that jumped out and squeaked, stuffed elephants with lopsided ears, and marbles that glowed faintly. At the very bottom lay something extraordinary. A doll, not just any doll, but one with mismatched button eyes, one sapphire blue, one emerald green rainbow-colored yarn for hair, and a hand-stitched smile that curled like a cat's tail. Her dress was made of fabric that shimmered like dragonfly wings, and on her tiny foot was a silver tag that read, "The Wishing Doll, 1 wish per heart." Amanda clutched it to her chest. "What do you wish for, little doll?" she whispered. That night, Amanda placed the wishing doll gently under her pillow and crawled into bed. As the wind hummed outside, a soft light began to glow from beneath her pillow. The room filled with the warm scent of sugar cookies and stardust. Then a tiny voice, barely loud, very soft, said, "Make a wish, but only one. Let your heart decide what it should become." Amanda's heart pounded. She didn't wish for toys or candy or a trip to the moon. Instead, she closed her eyes and whispered, "I wish my brother Toby could walk again." Toby had been in a wheelchair since last winter, after a sudden illness took the strength from his legs. Amanda missed playing tag with him, racing through the backyard and climbing trees like jungle explorers. The next morning, Amanda was awakened not by her alarm clock, but by the sound of laughter. She ran downstairs and found Toby running, barefoot and giggling, chasing their dog through the kitchen. "Mama!" he shouted, leaping into her arms. "Look, I can run again." Amanda turned to where the wishing doll sat quietly on her pillow. The doll's eyes sparkled for a moment, then closed softly. Word of the miracle spread like dandelion seeds in spring. One by one, children in Stargaze began receiving strange little packages. The wishing doll would arrive in the mail, inside picnic baskets, or floating in balloons tied to bedroom windows. She always appeared where she was needed most and only when the heart was ready. There was Tim, who wished his mother's headaches would go away. The next morning she was dancing in the kitchen, free of pain. Mary wished for the birds to come back to the city trees, and by dawn, every tree branch had a nest full of chattering songbirds, some even singing lullabies in French. Even shy Elliot, who only spoke in whispers, wished for a friend who could understand him. The next day he found a talking cat named Tuna waiting by his front steps, holding a teacup and wearing spectacles. The wishing doll had one unbreakable rule: 1 wish per heart. If a child tried to wish again, the wishing doll wouldn't sparkle. Her stitched smile would fade and her button eyes would gently shut. She was not a toy of greed, but a gift for pure-hearted dreams. Some tried to cheat the rule. A boy named John wished for a skateboard, then a pony, then a treasure chest full of chocolate coins. The first wish came true. The second delivered a rocking horse with glitter hooves. But after the third, the doll turned stiff and wooden, her spark completely gone. He never saw her again. Years passed, but the legend of the wishing doll never faded. Some say she lived in the clouds now, choosing when to descend on shooting stars. Others believed she had a room full of mirrors, where she watched over the children of the world and waited for a heart ready to shine. As for Amanda, she grew older but never outgrew her sense of wonder. One snowy morning, while packing for college, she found the wishing doll at the bottom of her sock drawer. Her button eyes were open again. Amanda gasped, "Do I get another wish?" But the wishing doll simply blinked and gave a sly little smile. Amanda laughed, placed the doll gently in a box with her name and wrote on it, "For a child who dreams big and loves even bigger." And with that, the box vanished in a burst of glitter and a tiny sparkly glow. Somewhere out there, a new child was about to make a wish. Thank you for watching and listening. Like, share and subscribe for updates of new audiobook stories every week.